Hi, today we are going to make some delicious sprouted wheat granola. Because of the fact that I dehydrate my cereal instead of bake it in the oven, it is going to take probably 2 or 3 days from the beginning of the process. So once you know that, it's a lot easier to deal with it when it happens. First thing you do is go to your health food store, buy some white pastry wheat berries. They look like this, and you will put them in a mason jar or whatever you want to soak them in. You'll soak them overnight, and then the next day pour the water off. And we use about 8 dates, the juice of 2 oranges, half a cup of raisins, a small handful, more than this just happens to be all I have, of dry roasted salted almonds. Cut them up, chop them up. Let's see, a cup full of sunflower seeds. In the whole batch, which will amount to about 2 pounds of cereal, I use at the most 2 tablespoonfuls of organic cane sugar. You can use anything else you want for sweetener, but I find that 2 tablespoons of this is the least expensive, and it is organic, and it is real sugar and not genetically engineered beet sugar. A tablespoon of olive oil, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, and very important is flax seeds. You can buy these flax seeds whole. Some grocery stores carry them, some health food stores do. I like to grind them up in you can use a coffee grinder or blender, so that when it's ground up, it looks like this. It's much easier to work with, and it produces a nice gluiness. When you mix all this together, the flax seeds actually act like a glue that holds your granola together and gives it a very nice consistency. So I'm going to prepare all of this and put it in a bowl, and I'm going to put in bowls full into my food processor and grind it up for about 3 minutes. The raisins will not go in the food processor, maybe a few of them, but most of them I will just put the raisins and the sunflower seeds in the bowl after I have ground up the wheat berries. Every once in a while, when you buy dates, you will find a date that has not had its pit removed. So it's very important, before you grind up anything in the food processor, that you be sure that all the pits and seeds and things have been removed, because that would make your cereal a little too crunchy. The juice of 2 oranges amounts to close to a cup of orange juice. If it's just 3/4 of a cup, that's fine. The orange juice helps to give it a nice tangy flavor, and the acid in the orange helps to preserve the cereal. After I have dehydrated my cereal, I like to store it in a glass jar, which I have one here that has some cereal in it. A nice gallon-sized glass jar fits in the refrigerator, and it keeps it nice for at least a month or more. There's the sprouted wheat berries. When these sprout, they form protein, so your sprouted wheat cereal is very nutritious compared to anything you buy in a box in the grocery store. And I like to process about half of everything and process it in 2 batches. So about half of the orange juice, you can just eyeball it, you don't have to get real picky about it. About 1 tablespoon of sugar. That's a very small amount of sugar compared to most commercial cereals that you buy. I estimate that 2 pounds of this cereal, which is what we will end up with, costs about $4.50, which is easily twice as much cereal as you get in any box cereal that you buy. Put about half of the dates in there. Put a few raisins. What did I miss? A little bit of salt. We'll just put about an eighth of a teaspoon. Just a small amount of salt, just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. And we'll put just about a teaspoon of olive oil. Almonds, and I'll just put a little bit, about a 1/4 cup of the sunflower seeds. So now, let's see, almost forgot, the flax seeds, very important. We're going to put this much flax seed, this would be about 1/3 of a cup of flax seeds. I'm going to put half of them in this batch that I'm going over to my food processor now with, and about half of the flax seeds will go in the next batch, and then we will mix it all together and put it in my dehydrator. So over here we'll be processing this just for maybe about 2 minutes, and I'll stop in the middle of the processing and scrape down the sides. Be sure everything gets broken down. We're going to save a little bit of the wheat berries, just about a half a cupful or so. We're going to add some that haven't been processed to the batch when we mix it all together. Okay, I'm going to make some noise now.